Hey, what's up guys? Today got a little bit of a change of pace than what you guys are probably used to. I know if you've been following our channel, we've really been focusing on Drew's truck. However, today we're changing it up. If you don't know, Drew also plays baseball. He's a sophomore right now. He's playing high school ball, and we're getting into our new season. And I've been looking at getting him a new baseball bat because the one he's had, he's probably had it for about 3 years now. So I've been looking at all the different ones that are out there, and with the whole BBCOR, you know, the way it's been evolving, you know, it has really set the performance of these bats to be at a lower standard to what is probably more similar to what you're going to get out of a wood baseball bat. Either way, today what I got going on is I was looking at different bats, and if you haven't looked at these BBCORS, you're gonna pay $400 or $500 for these bats. They're super expensive, and me personally, I just didn't know if it was worth it. So he currently swings the Louisville 917, which is, you know, going on 3 years old now, and that bat it's a really good bat. I really don't know if these newer bats are better or not. So what I went out and did is, well, first of all, I always go and look at reviews on YouTube and see what's out there, and you know, this bat versus that bat, and you can find a lot of them out there. And I'm not knocking anybody that's done their videos, but for me, I'm a numbers guy. I want to see what these bats are doing, what's their exit velocity, and stuff like that. And I really didn't see any out there for these new line bats that we're looking at. There's a lot of bats out there, or bat reviews, that you know, these guys are hitting all these bats and they kind of give their feedback and stuff like that. I mean, that's cool, but I want numbers. So I got the Pocket Radar, which is pretty good for getting velocity. I went out and purchased two of the best bats, at least the top bats that are out there, in my opinion. So I'll show you them. First one we went and got is the Meta Prime 33-inch drop 3. This bat in last year's model was if you've probably seen it, it's a maroon color, and it was probably one of the hottest bats out there. We never had it here, but these bats were super expensive. Like, you know, they're $500 new, and then I mean, they were selling them for $700-800 on eBay because they didn't make a whole bunch of them, and everybody wanted them. So even to get a used one, you're almost paying retail for it. So we went out and got the 2020 version, and this is it right here. It's a nice bat. It's a nice color. Everything looks good, but you know, we'll see how it does. Another bat, which was an underrated one in my opinion, because you know, in today's age, everybody's going out for Louisville, DeMarinis, and then probably Eastons. So the one that probably fell in the mix was the Rawlings Quatro Pro, which is what we got right here. This bat is probably one of the most underrated bats. You know, people just didn't know about them. People that had them knew that these things were hot. So originally, when they first came out a few years back, they were having issues with the end cap, having issues with cracking. So apparently with this model, actually last year's model, they fixed all that stuff. So these ones are supposed to be pretty legit. All right, so we got both these, same thing. This is a 33-inch drop 3, and that's pretty much it, really. My main reason in making this video for you guys is to provide you guys some information as to figure out, you know, is it worth going out and dropping $500 for this brand new bat for your kid, or can you go with a 917 Louisville that you could probably pick up for $150. You know, that's mainly why I'm doing this. So if you want to check out the bats that we got out here for you today, like I said, we got the Quatro Pro, the Louisville Prime. Right here is the DeMarini CF Zen, and then you got the 917, which is his favorite bat. We got a Marucci red Posey 28 model. So this one's bone rubbed also. And then we also brought out the older Voodoo, which is a BESR model. So this is the models that they had prior to BBCOR, and they're gonna have a lot more pop. And so we just brought that just to show you, just a comparison really. But it'd be interesting to see. So this is what we're gonna do, guys. We're going to take the two brand new models straight out of the wrapper and compare them to these other ones. Okay, the Louisville 917, that thing has thousands and thousands and thousands of hits on it. That bat has lasted forever. So we're gonna take them right out of the wrapper, and we're gonna hit them off the tee and get exit velocities. What I'll probably do is we'll probably get maybe 5 or 6 line drives. The only ones I'm gonna count on speed wise, I'm not gonna count fly balls, and I'm not gonna count ground balls. So I'm gonna count anything that hits the back of the net. The reason why I'm not gonna do the fly balls is because the speeds are gonna be considerably less than your line drive. And the reason I'm not gonna do the ground balls is because those ones are gonna be they're gonna be higher. The exit speeds are gonna be higher. So what I wanna do is I wanna take the line drives that hit either the side of the net or the middle of the net. That way it gives us a good, consistent basis to figure out, you know, how these bats are performing. So, and that's just straight out of the wrapper for these ones. Then what I'll do is over the next few days is we'll get, you know, 200-300 cuts on these bats, and then we'll redo this to see if there's any difference. All right, so he's gonna take it out of the wrapper, and he'll start taking his cuts. Just throw it on the ground, we'll pick it up afterwards.
Shiny.
All right. Let me see how I can get set up here. So I'll just set this up on continuous so you guys can see. Go through, erase any of the last ones. And then also what I did too is I got all good balls. So those balls right there, they've never been hit. We use them for pitching, that's it. So just so we have consistency. Let me see, let me get this set up. All right. Yep, go ahead. And so what I'll do is as he's hitting them, I'm not gonna tell him the speed because I just want him to focus on good line drives. We'll do one more.
One more?
Yeah. All right, so he's gonna pull the wrapper off of the Meta Prime. I think there's some warranty stuff in there too, so make sure we...
Oh yeah.
Oh, I tell you what, that color's sick, huh?
I'll get that warranty.
It's almost like a flat color, huh?
It is a flat color, huh?
Yeah, that one's pretty sick. All right, let me know when you're ready. I'll get set up.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool color actually. With the package.
All right, you're good to go.
Oh, wow, this sounds way different, huh?
Yeah.
Sounds way different.
So what do you think out of just swinging the two, just a couple hits each? What's your opinion on them so far?
I don't know. I feel like this one might be a little bit better, to be honest.
Your prime?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It just feels like it has a little more pop than that one.
All right. So let's go ahead and go back to your 917. And so what do you think? You think the two BBCORs, the new ones, would be better, or you think this one's going to be?
Honestly, I think they're going to be pretty close to the same.
All right, let's try it out. All right, hold on. Let me get set up. Okay, we're rolling. All right, go for it. Oh.
Pop-Tart.
All right, so we took a little break, picked up the balls. That way he stays good and rested, just to keep it fair. So now he's got the CFs in, and we'll get going. Hold on. Okay, go for it.
No bueno.
That's a good one. Yeah, do one more. All right, so we got the Meta Prime going for a second round. Yeah.
This bat feels good. This feels good. Right in the dirt.
I'll count that though. As long as it hits the net back there, I'm fine with it. All right, so now we got round 2 with the Quatro Pro.
Not the same sound.
It's not the same sound. Doesn't sound bad though. I bet it sounds good live though.
Yeah, it does. Feels like, I don't know, it feels really good though.
Yeah.
It feels like a little bit windy.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like less good.
It's probably, yeah, it's pretty balanced. I seen you try to power up on that one.
I did. I ended up pulling out.
Yeah. All right, guys. So now he has the Voodoo BESR. It's made by DeMarini. It's a drop 3, but it's an illegal bat now. So this is what was legal prior to BBCOR coming out. So I fully anticipate this one being quite a bit different. Let's see.
Different?
About the same.
Nah, different.
Just a little bit. Three more. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and go to the wood bat now. Like I said, this is the Marucci Posey 28 Pro model. As you can see, it's bone rubbed, and you see all those lines in it. That's from basically what they do is they take like an antler, antler, yeah, whatever, and they just go back and forth on it, and that's what compresses the wood to, you know, get it all hard and compact. So let me get this set up. So this would be interesting to see what we come up with on this, because I really think this is probably going to be about the same speeds. I think it is. So it'd be interesting to see what he puts down with this. That was an 80-mile-an-hour Pop-Tart. Oh. Good line drive. Right in the same spot. Nice.
Two more?
Three more.
Are we doing best out of 6?
Yeah. Well, we'll average out of the 6, but I don't want to count your pop flies. That's good.
What? Oh no.
That's all right. So, I don't know about you guys, but to me, here, take this. I mean, I haven't ran the numbers. I haven't done an average or anything like that. But for a wood bat, I don't think you can argue that these wood bats aren't keeping up with these BBCORS. Just goes to show you at how good a good solid wood bat is compared to these composite bats of today. Now, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he put up a better average with this than he did with those, you know, which is pretty impressive, you know, and these are a little bit cheaper, but I still believe your biggest difference is, you know, what is going to be your sweet spot. You know, when you look at either of these two bats, I mean, you could see right away the sweet spot on this bat barrel is probably going to be right here. More than likely. And same with this. You're probably looking an inch from the cap to right about there. So, you know, you probably got a good 8-9 inches, where on this wood bat, more than likely you're probably from here to here,
if not less.
If not less. But to me, right out the gate, that's actually pretty impressive. So what I'll do is I'll put all these numbers together, and then we will put a bunch of hits on these two brand new bats and see how they go. I'll be surprised if we get if it changes much, but overall we'll see how it goes. All right, hey, what's up, guys? We're back. So we already got about 2-3 rounds of pre-break-in data to go through. So what we've been doing over the last couple days is just getting as many cuts on these bats as we can. So we're trying to get like 300-400 cuts, and then we're going to do another round of radar and see what the results are with these bats supposedly being broken in. So everything I've read said right around 150-200 cuts is when these bats are considered broken in. So I figure we'll just double that, and that's why we're going to try to do 300-400. All we're doing is just front toss. It's just quick, efficient, and we're just taking turns right now. So we'll just get some video of that. All right, what's up, guys? So we're back. So this morning we got these bats broken in. So now all we're gonna do is we're just gonna run through them. I'll probably do maybe 3 or 4 rounds to get a really good average, and we're gonna hit it. Let's go. All right, so first up, we're gonna go with the Rawlings Quatro. And as I said before, well, I'm only counting the ones that hit the net just to keep it consistent. Apparently that's something we gotta fix. There we go. Burp. One more. Now we got the Meta Prime. All right, guys, here's a little document that I made for just to show you guys the results, just make it easier to see. So obviously up top, I got each bat listed up here. This line right here is just going to be the rounds straight out of the wrapper. After break-in is going to be right here. And then this is just the averages for the other 4 bats. So obviously right here, these 2 right here are pretty simple to understand. You know, we pulled the wrapper off. We did 2 rounds of each one of them, and this is the average that we came up with. Was at 86.25 with the Prime Meta and 84.37 with the Quattro. So you can see right out of the wrapper, this Prime is about 2 miles an hour faster than the Quattro. The max exit velo with the Meta Prime was 88, 86 for the Quattro. So, you know, 2 miles an hour faster still. After break-in, you know, I think we probably hit close to 400 balls each with these, and you can see they're pretty similar. There's a little tiny drop. I mean, it could just be because of, you know, weather. It might have been a little colder when we did the first one, but not really that significant of a difference. However, I mean, you can see there wasn't much change after 300 to 400 hits, so kind of makes you wonder if they need any break-in at all, or if they actually need more break-in. The max velos were still both the same on both of them. So, you know, that's not too bad. So these totals right here, that's I think we hit right about 5 or 6 rounds each just to get those, just to give you an idea. So then you kind of move over here to the CF Zen, which is fairly, he's had the bat for a little bit, but you know, it's pretty new. It's not used nearly as much as this 917. So, you know, it was a 85.46, which is you know, about a mile an hour slower than the Prime. Had the highest max velo of any of the bats was an 89. However, it only did that once, and I think it hit an 88 once, and then the rest of them were 85s, 86s. Whereas you go over to the Meta Prime, you know, it hit 88 twice,
and then I would say it hit 87 probably like 6 or 7 times. So it was often quite up there. My son's bat that he's been using for a while now is the 917. We would have never thought it'd been the lowest out of the bunch. So we don't know if maybe it's just been used so much that maybe it's dead. Doesn't sound dead. Sounds pretty good, but I mean, you could see the results. It averaged 84, had a high. The max exit velo was 85. So, this area right here, this is stuff for the Voodoo, the BESR bat. So obviously we can't use these anymore, but just to show you an idea, uh, especially when you're looking on YouTube and you look back at some of the other guys like Bryce Harper and stuff, they got videos of him swinging this bat, and he's just crushing. But you could see max 91 with the average at 89. He only hit this. I think we recorded it like 4 times. So I mean, it's obvious. This thing, it's 3-4 miles an hour difference is huge. So here's the big surprise though. The Marucci wood bat averaged 86, which is darn near the same as the Meta Prime, and had a max exit velocity of 87. So that is, I mean, that's right on par with the Meta Prime, and that, I mean, I think that's pretty cool that he's hitting just as good with the wood bat as he does with the metal or the composite. But like I said, I still believe that it's got a smaller sweet spot, so it's not a fair advantage for the wood bat over the composites. I definitely think the composites got the advantage in the sweet spot, but as far as exit velocity, I think they're pretty similar, obviously here. So I you could probably tell in the video my kid loved this bat. I think it fit him. He liked the way it feels, and that this is the one he's been using ever since. Right now they're playing, or actually they're just doing practice right now. So they got coach pitch out there. His field that he's currently on right now is 320 down the lines and 400 to center with probably about a 12-foot high fence. So he's hit 3 or 4 of them out the last couple practices to left field. So just to give you an idea that what the 86-mile-an-hour exit velocity puts out onto a field. So he probably got to hit it about at a minimum 330 to get it out of this field. So, and he's hit some to left center too, so they're a little bit further than that. So just to give you that idea on how that's working. So overall, I'll be honest with you, I didn't want this bat to do that great just because it was so expensive. I was kind of hoping they'd be, right on par with the 917 or the CF Zen, but it's not. That Meta Prime is in a league of its own. The CF Zen is right there, but when the numbers close, but when you see it in reality and how it worked for my son, the Meta Prime it's in a league of its own. So I highly recommend this one here. Obviously if it fits your kid's swing, that's number one thing, but just right out of the package, it's obviously quite better than all of them. So you guys got any questions, any comments, any concerns, hit me up in the comment section. I'll answer as many as I can. If you want to see more stuff like this in the future, just leave a comment. We'll go from there. All right, thanks. And please don't forget, hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks, guys.